First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect that teaches word on true faith and sincerity. And today I just want to title this lesson, The Sword, which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And that's one of the things that he stands upon, his strength, which is deception. And if all that failed, the end all be all for this man is the sword. And this is how he's going to pretty much enforce his agenda, by the way of his military might, because that was his blessing. It tells you how to bless this man with sword. This is how he was going to live. This is how he was going to come into power. And he feel like, there's no other hope. He goes to the sword. And that's what we're seeing now. These executive orders being passed, different laws, legislation, these different events. It's an effort for this man to justify him using force. So this is from the BBC.com, and it reads, U.S. shootings, firm unveils plans for taser-armed drones. See? So by the way of these shootings, it's causing them to enact upon this, do something about this problem, so to speak. So now one of the solutions is a taser-armed drone, which that's a gateway really to add more weapons to them, which, a while back they revealed the mechanical dog with the 50 cal on top of his head, man. Now you have these drones, these taser-armed drones, which is the taser. Just like I said, that's just is a gateway really for other weaponry to be put on there. Otherwise, you're gonna hear laser-armed drones, But it just shows that this is so-called white man. This is how he's able to rationalize things out by the way of the sword. So just get a little bit in the article. It says the U.S. company behind tasers plans to produce stun gun armed drones. It claimed it will help stop school shootings. See, so this is their solution to the school shootings: armed drones. And it just showed this is the sword, man. And it's just not for school shootings. See, ultimately, this is an effort. This technology this man is about to bring forth is an effort to accomplish his agenda. For that new world order to come about, it's going to be by the way of force through this man's military might. He said the Arizona-based company Axon says that the high-tech solution is necessary amid a fruitless debate on gun policy in the U.S. See, and that's all part of it as well. That talks about gun policy, and ultimately these devils going to try to take away your weapons. That's what these Edomites are going to fight about. That's their blessing, the sword, that Second Amendment. It says the announcement, however, earned a stern rebuke from the company's own ethics board. It says nearly 30 school shootings have taken place this year in the U.S. It says Axon, formerly known as Taser International, said it has formally begun developing a miniature, lightweight taser that can be deployed on a drone or robot, as well as targeting algorithms to assist operators to aim the device safely. According to Axon, all use of force decisions will be made by an authenticated and authorized human operator who has agreed to take on legal and moral responsibility for any action that takes place. So yeah, is it gonna be some Edomite on the other side with a controller that's gonna pretty much decide whether to take you out or not? And that's what it's coming down to. Just ultimately, this man is using his sword. So, that's pretty much it. It just showed that the so-called white man, the only way he rationalized things out is through violence. You know, this is how this man rationalized things out. This is the book of let's start off in the book of Psalms, chapter 140. Psalm 140 and verse 1. It says, "Deliver me, O Lord, Yahweh Shai, from the evil man." See, who is that evil man? The so-called white man, Esau Edom. Because this is the man that he's going to bring forth these evils by the way of his laws, his legislations, his rhetoric, these different executive orders. How this man is, you see this man-made famine is in the making. These draconian laws. This is the nigga that's bringing forth the evil. It says, preserve me from the violent man. See, that's the same man. Esau Edom, the so-called white man. And you can't say this nigga ain't the violent man. Oh, it tells you in the book of Psalm 73, violence covered them as a garment. That's their uniform. That's what they're about. Whose blessing is the sword? So what else could this man bring but violence, destruction? Just going back to the solution. Your solution is to arm a drone now. Because he just forget the taser part. Why you had to say armed drone? Because that's what it is. That is, like I said, that taser is just a gateway what this man really gonna use. He says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart, and that's these secret counsels. And this man, his thoughts concerning his plans, his goals. And we seeing his mischief playing out now. Things is lining up for him to try to accomplish his new world order. That's why you seeing these different attacks, false flags, whether they real or fake. This nigga gonna try to seize the opportunity to try to have it fall in his favor. Through his solutions is not really to make for the betterment of the people, but for himself to keep his head above water. It says continually are they gathered together for war, and everything is a war with this nigga, because that's how he rationalized things out. That's his solution to everything: war, the war on drugs, the war on terrorism, the war on the crime. You have a war on information. And all that go back to this man actually waging war on you, literally. Because that's why it tells you ultimately, when we read the book of Revelation 12 chapter, that this dragon is going to make war with the remnant of the seed, those that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, man. See, make war. And that's what this nigga doing. The beginning stages are already set. But it just shows this is how he get down. The only way he can do it is through violence. Psalms chapter 13. So like it's Psalms 13 and it's like it's 17. Let me jump up on it. Psalm 17 in verse. I start at 8. It says, "Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings." See, and that's true, because this is the safe haven, that refuge. It says, "From the wicked that oppress me." See, it's an effort for us to be kept from this devil, man, the so-called white man. It says, "From my deadly enemies who compares me about." And this nigga is deadly on all levels, from his philosophies. It kills you. Just for example, the LGB, you know the rest. We know the outcome of that lifestyle. But what this nigga do, he presented as a step up, to the food he present, you know, the diets. He made pork a delicacy. All the way to the just the extreme. Blake, this nigga is deadly. His weaponry, just as the everyday technology is really old military gear from your phones and televisions and all that shit is old military gear, man. You know, it said they are enclosed in their own fat. With their mouth, they speak proudly, yeah, their laws, the rhetoric. They have now compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. Yeah, this nigga, these satellites, these different, these devices. They got these different tracking devices. Send you through these different cameras and shit. Like I said, they set their eyes bound to the earth. These satellites and shit, man. It says, like as a lion that is greedy of his prey, and as it were a young lion lurking in secret places, and that's the spirit of this devil. That lion is greedy of his prey, because this man, he lusts after the blood of the children of Israel, man. That's his thing. You know? It said a young lion, as a young lion is full of vigor, lurking in secret places. Yeah, and this man is setting snares and traps for us. That's why you have these different executive orders already lined up to be enacted, man. He says, arise, O Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. See? So it's Esau is really the Lord. Esau is the Lord's sword. The Lord used Esau to bring forth this destruction and mayhem. That's why when this man is on the scene, that's what you expect. Just going back, like I quoted in Psalm 73, his violence covering him as a garment. That's what this man about. When you see Esau, best believe destruction is following, man. Because that's what his history is riddled with. Destruction. From the good times to the bad times. This is what he brings. And especially this time right now, this man, he feel it, he's in that corner pretty much. He's like that wounded animal that has been backed into a corner. So what other route he can go but the sword? This is how this man is going to go down. Or it tells you he's going to go down with great wrath because he knoweth he have but a short time. Let's see, it is Joel 5. Joel 5, I start at verse 14. It said, they meet with darkness in the daytime. And that's concerning these devils, the higher-ups. They are now exposed, pretty much. These secret means, these different summit means and these gatherings, these heads, and they put their heads together. Is out in the light now. This man, his intentions, his agenda is known now. It says, and grope in the noonday as in the night. See? So that's what this man, because he don't do well when the light is on display, when he's caught. When you caught red-handed, there's really nothing you can do, man. Only thing he really can do is just admit that you got caught. But how this nigga do, he don't want to do that. It says, but he saved the poor from the sword, and from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. See? So, hey, this devil, as he getting exposed and the light is on him, his reaction is to send the sword, their mouth, which is these legislations. Oh, it tells you the slanderous tongue, and from the hand of the mighty, which is this man, his military. That's his reaction. When he get caught red-handed, when the light was on him, when, he's being stopped in his tracks, his reaction is to send forth the sword, man. Because that's his blessing. That's how he was able to live, to survive. was through, that, man. Matter of fact, that is that Psalms. I don't know that Psalm 64. Bear with me. Um, Psalm 64 is not it, but I get it. Psalm 64:1. It says, "Hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." See, and that's talking about this devil, because he had purpose to overthrow our goings, man. Who whet their tongue like a sword, see, and bend their bow to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. So those bitter words is really war. This nigga is really waging war through his words. Let's say his executive orders, the rhetoric, the slander, the demonization. This is how this man is gonna bring forth the action and the spirit. I found, remember the precept now, Psalms 59 and verse 7. It says, "Behold, they belch out with their mouths. Swords are in their lips." See? "For who say they doth hear?" And that's what this man do. He wages war on you, declare war on you without you even knowing it, man. These different legislations being passed, not knowing that this man has waged war on the people themselves, man. He says swords are in their lips because just going back, he waved his tongue like a sword. It's gonna get him more. He's trying to justify himself to come down with great wrath, to go into your homes without certain warrants. It's a thing called summary execution. Going back to just the article itself, these drones, the technology, this man has upgraded his technology, not concerning the welfare of the world, to contribute to the welfare of the world, of the people, of life and existence itself. No, this man upgrades weaponry. His technology is ultimately is contributed to bring forth more death, man. But it starts off by what he say. These legislations, the laws, the rhetoric, but it says swords are in their lips. And this is the only solution this man have for these shootings. Just get an armed drone. So now it's going to get to the point where that's going to be the norm. They're seeing these armed drones going, you might, like I said earlier concerning the mechanical dogs, they got the feed the cat on top of that. And they got a plethora of other things. They got mechanical flies and shit. I mean, Elon Musk said that you could have a drone with a small explosive on it with your damn face tag. And that's, you know what I mean? So this shit is already here, man. But it just proved that the so-called white man is the sword. Esau Edom, man. He is the sword. Who else could it be? It's not Ishmael or Elam or Moab or Ham. It's the Edomites, the so-called white man. So yeah, I just hope to edify. I like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Racha, Kodash. I like to give the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect, that Jesus' word in all true faith and sincerity. DTA, abide soon, very soon.